It seems like a bold thing to claim, that Nintendo has effectively doomed their chances of succeeding in the next console generation by making one of the most successful ones this generation. But if you think about the details of it, that's exactly what they've done. Let's go ahead and look at the history real quick. Until the Wii, Nintendo has not had the #1 selling home console in the United States since the original Nintendo Entertainment System. That's right, the Genesis outsold the SNES, the PS1 outsold the N64, and as for the GameCube, well, we all know how that generation ended up. But now we're on the generation of the Wii, PS3, and 360, and currently the Wii is on top of the hardware dogpile. So how does that make them less likely to succeed next generation? Because of the audience the Wii has attracted. The Wii has sold massive numbers to casual gamers, geriatric hip breakers, fair weather gamers, and of course your mom. And the vast majority of these players came for the premier game Wii Sports. I'm not gonna lie, the game was fun and easy to play. People loved it. But the game is still widely considered a gimmick. This hurts Nintendo because those casual gamers are not buying many other titles. Sure, they're buying gimmicky games like Wii Fit and Wii Sports Resort, but a few of them are buying the third-party titles or non-active games. Other than Wii Sports, what other games have your casual gamer friends been playing? The list is likely very short. This structure and attitude Nintendo has adopted towards their development and marketing leaves hardcore gamers somewhat out in the cold. Sure, we get thrown a bone every now and then, but we want constant support. Gamers are unwilling to support a console that does not offer them consistent entertainment that is tailored to them, and hardcore gamers are the ones that will support a company from generation to generation. And with how Nintendo has been largely ignoring us, they have lost more, quote, fanboys this console cycle than any other cycle. This leaves Nintendo with fairly weak dedicated customers for next generation. So let's get down to the point. Next generation, Nintendo will debut a new console. Most hardcore gamers will not support it due to Nintendo's blatant abandonment of the demographic. And the only way the casual market is going to support it is if it can change the face of gaming the same way the Wii did. And the odds of Nintendo pulling out another industry-changing game like Wii Sports are slim to none. Don't get me wrong, Miyamoto and company are very talented folks, but I somehow doubt their ability to create another gimmicky console that will sweep the world the same way that we did. If they do, then we have another generation to tolerate of shoddy shovelware and our grandmas trying to talk to us about gaming. So what if Nintendo did fail next console generation? I doubt it would be enough to knock Nintendo out of the hardware market, but what if the company did decide to stop being hardware specific? Would that really be so bad? We could very well end up seeing all the types of games we've always wanted out of the big-end franchises. Imagine an Xbox Live Metroid Prime multiplayer, a Nintendo-themed real-time strategy game, a Smash Bros. Game that actually gets balance updates featuring Ratchet & Clank, or hundreds of other amazing possibilities. But let's not just focus on the game side of things. Let's look at the impact Nintendo leaving the hardware market would have on the industry as a whole. Perhaps the most important effect would be that games finally get to grow up. Let's face it, when it comes to the industry trying to prove that games are not just a kid's toy, Nintendo is not doing us any favors. I'm not saying these games don't have a place in the industry. I love Mario and Yoshi and all that gang. I'm just saying that Nintendo, although permitting, has never put their full support behind adult-oriented games. And when you see someone in mainstream talking about video games, in general, not controversy, they tend to show Mario and company. This only further shows the general populace that we in the game industry are aiming at children. So while I may have great memories growing up as a Nintendo fanboy, I will not miss Nintendo as they currently are. The company that once housed my boyhood hopes and dreams has turned their back on me a long time ago. I'll always go where the good games are. That's not going to change. But like so many hardcore gamers, Nintendo is no longer a company that I will trust on name alone.